Let's start off with the good news. I've always liked Kevin Costner. I appreciate his love of baseball, which is evident in movies like Bull Durham and Field of Dreams. I think he's been a decent actor, and you can't knock him. I mean, after all, the guy's walking around with Oscars in his pocket. Well, maybe not literally in his pocket, but on his resume. So let me start off by saying, Mr. Costner, congratulations on a great career. However, it might be stalling. Earlier this year, we saw him in Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit, which was a decent movie. We're about to see him in 3 Days to Kill, which I'm about to talk about. And he's got another movie upcoming called Draft Day, or as I like to call it, don't go see the movie because everything's in the damn trailer. But I digress. Let me talk to you about 3 Days to Kill. Now here's the problem with this movie right off the bat. It is produced by the same guy behind Taken, Luc Besson, which is a fantastic producer, but it's also directed by McG, who is behind the Charlie's Angels movies, who's also a very good director. I've liked his movies. But what happens when you take a very serious themed producer and a very funny over-the-top action director and put them together? Well, they develop crap. And that crap is called 3 Days to Kill. Now, with all due respect to the three men that I've named in this, I like your work. I just didn't like this project. Now, in this project, we meet a guy who's named Ethan, which is kind of funny because I think that's another guy from maybe, I don't know, the Mission Impossible movies. But nonetheless, we meet this guy Ethan, played by Kevin Costner, who was a great CIA agent. Except he's a little hard to believe because, you know, he's a little older. And don't get me wrong, I have nothing wrong with somebody who's a little older, but he just wasn't very believable in this role. So the serious part is he's trying to find a dirty bomb before it gets into the wrong hands and, you know, to stop a world catastrophe. That's the serious part. The funny over-the-top part is he's been away from his family for years and he's trying to reconnect with them. And now he's meeting his daughter and he's reconnecting with her. And every time he might be in a serious scene where he's interrogating somebody, his daughter calls with this funky ringtone, and the next thing you know, he has to stop interrogating somebody so he can ask them a question like, My daughter's making spaghetti sauce. You're Italian. What does she put in the sauce? The movie was ridiculous and it was completely unbelievable. And with all due respect again to the men involved, because I know I'm knocking their project, but their project wasn't very good. Either go serious thriller like a Taken, or go over the top like a Charlie's Angels. Don't try to combine the two and expect your audience to go along with it. Clearly, I didn't like this movie, and I'm giving it a D+. If you end up having to see it, I'd be interested to hear what you think. And again, if there's any other movies you want me to check out, let me know. CFL_fan on Twitter, Facebook.com/WittyWhittier, and WittyWhittier.com is the website. Thanks so much for checking out this blog, and I'll see you at the movies.